Hi everyone, this is Anthony Amatrano from the Mendon-Upton Regional School District doing a tutorial on managing the students' work in your Google Classroom. So in the previous episodes we talked about creating the class, inviting students to the class, and the types of material that you can post to your Google Classroom. So today we're going to talk about what you can do with that, the assignments that have been submitted or the assignments that have been assigned to students in your Google Classroom. So once all of your students are enrolled and you begin assigning work through Google Classroom, you're able to manage the grading of assignments and then pass them back to students. On the stream page, notice that I have the assignment that we created in the last episode, and it's called Short Title. Within the assignment box, you see the due date, due Tuesday, February 2nd, and you see the material that I attached to the assignment, how it was distributed, that each student will get a copy, and how many students are done and how many are not done. So as of right now, of the one student in my class, he is not done, and we have 0 students that are done. When I click on these two numbers over here, it brings me to a page where I see the status of all my student submissions, and I showed you this quickly in the last video. When I click on students' work, it brings me to the file that they uploaded or have not uploaded. So I'm going to take a second to log in as this test student and complete the assignment as it's done. Okay, so now you can see that I have completed the assignment here, or the test student has completed the assignment. So now that the test student has completed the assignment, we can do some more with this work. So I can click on the student's work and see what has been submitted. And once I've done that, I can, it's a Google Doc, and you see that this is what the student wrote. I can add a comment to it. I can highlight things. I can change the color. I can add in some additional, if I want to, add in some additional text if I want to. I can change the editing format to suggesting so that when I'm making these edits, I can say, it'll keep what was originally typed, so I'm going to type thank you instead of thanks because that's a little bit more formal, but it still shows that the student wrote thanks initially. And instead of writing yay, I might say I am so satisfied with my work because that's a little bit more professional than saying yay. So anyway, so those are some things that you can do with that. And again, I made that change by clicking up here and change it to suggesting instead of editing. And then and then what I can do is leave these comments here as unchecked so that the student sees them and sees that they are changes that I made to their document, and then the student can choose to go ahead and check them and accept the revisions there if I want to do that. And this allows for a little bit of back and forth between the student and the teacher, a little bit of communication, and allows the student to do a little bit more revision and whatnot on the assignment. So once the student feels like they're done, or once you feel like the student is done, then I can grade the assignment. So what I can do is, what it does up here, you notice, is it defaults to a scale of 100 points. So I can leave it like that if I'd like to, but if I'm doing using a rubric or something like that, and there's a total points of 30, I can change it to 30, or whatever number that I would like to do. I can also change it to ungraded if you don't want to have it graded at all. That's fine. So I'm going to give this student 100 just because I think that they are, I'll leave the scale at 100, I'm sorry. Leave the scale at 100, and I'm going to give the student a grade of 100, like that. Once I do that, I'll hit enter, and it registered that I have 100, given the student 100 out of 100 points. Once you've done that, in order for the student to see the grade, you're going to return it to the student. So this is just like you would be acting in using old school paper and pencil, taking the assignment, having the student turn it into your desk, you correcting it at your desk, and then turning it back to them physically. You're going to click the return button. So I'm going to click the return button so that the student sees that that I've seen the work. I can send a private comment to the student. And hit return. And then it's going to return the work to the student. So when I log in as the student, I'll be able to see the feedback that that the student's been given on the assignment, and then also the grade. And then if you allow for resubmission, you can always decide that you want to have them submitted again, and that's fine. And then you can adjust the grade as necessary if you'd like to. Once all the turn-in work is graded and they're returned to the students, you can export the grading to a Google Sheet or download it as a CSV file to view on your computer in Microsoft Excel. Exporting or downloading the grades are going to be useful for you for when you input the grades into iPass. So what I would do for that is I would click on this gear in the upper right-hand corner, and I can click this, copy all grades to Google Sheets. That's probably the most efficient method, because then it's going to just create a Google Sheet in your Google Drive with the name of the assignment up here, the class and the assignment here, along with the student's information and their score there. That makes it kind of nice. And this will update over here, so that the assignment information is here, and then it will, as you accumulate more assignments, you'll see this kind of show up as a traditional grade book, where it gives the grades here in these cells along there. So then you can transfer that information into iPass. I hope you found that helpful, and if you do need any assistance with this, please do not hesitate to submit a help desk ticket or email me at aamitrano@mers.org. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.